Sure, we could talk about what President Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un have in common. They both have gorgeous wives way out of their leagues, and they both like talking about themselves. But today, we are going to talk about what makes these two so very different. To stay up to date with the latest from The Richest, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Palates. You might be surprised to know that someone as wealthy and extravagant as Donald Trump loves eating fast food. He enjoys how predictable the menus are and the high standard with which the food is prepared. Kim Jong-un, on the other hand, sends his chefs all over the world to be trained to make the best possible cuisine. Online presence. Trump is a notorious and at times controversial Twitter user, but unfettered internet access is one luxury Kim Jong-un doesn't have. He spends his time online making sure that pictures showing his ears have been properly photoshopped to make them appear better than they are in real life. As Trump would tweet, sad. Wives. Unless she's making an appearance with the dear leader, we never see Ri Sol-ju, and we know very little about this secretive woman married to Kim Jong-un. On the other hand, Trump's many romances have been widely publicized, and we have seen no shortage of photos of his wife Melania, both with Trump and during her career as a fashion model. Siblings. Did you know that both Trump and Kim Jong-un are one of 5 children? But in Kim Jong-un's case, it's a little more complicated, since his father had 5 common-law wives, in addition to his numerous affairs. Children. While President Trump can't say enough about his 5 children, especially his daughter Ivanka, Kim Jong-un is very secretive about his own family. We know that he has at least 1 child, but differing reports from North Korea claim that he could have several other children as well. Looks. We all know about Trump's signature hairstyle, but did you know that he refuses to let other people touch his hair? Even on the set of The Apprentice, he insisted on tending to it himself. Meanwhile, Kim Jong-un isn't above going under the knife to improve his looks, as he hopes to resemble his beloved grandfather, Kim Il-sung. Alcohol. While we might send an occasional drunken late-night tweet, Trump only tweets soberly. He doesn't consume alcohol and claims sobriety has been integral to his success. Kim Jong-un is a huge drinker, and his bar tabs are the stuff of legends. In just 1 year, he spent over $170,000 on German alcohol alone. Sports. Strangely enough, Kim Jong-un is a huge basketball fan and has even rubbed elbows with Dennis Rodman, who considers him a friend. Trump is more of a baseball fan when he isn't enjoying a rousing game of golf on his own. Voting. Whether you voted for him or not, Trump did manage to win a United States presidential election, and in 2000 he won the California presidential primary under the Reform Party. Kim Jong-un inherited his position from his father Kim Jong-il after his 2 brothers messed up their chances to lead. Movies. Kim Jong-un's father was a man so obsessed with films that he even kidnapped people to force them to make movies. He may have inherited his father's 30,000 title film collection, but Trump has actually appeared in a number of movies and television shows, and even has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Spending. While neither of them is afraid to show off their wealth, some might argue that Trump better knows the value of a dollar. For instance, Kim spends a reported $600 million per year, while Trump once bothered to cash a check for 13 cents that was sent to him as a prank. Fears. Ever wonder why he gives such awesome high fives? That's because Trump is a serious germaphobe, so much so he doesn't even like pressing elevator buttons. Kim Jong-un isn't afraid of germs, but he is terrified of being poisoned. He will shake hands, but he won't eat his food without it being carefully tested and inspected first. Whiskey. When it comes to whiskey, Kim Jong-un can't get enough of this stuff, and it's one of his favorite beverages. Not only does he not drink alcohol, Trump once banned Glenfiddich whiskey from his businesses because they sponsored Michael Forbes, who wouldn't vacate his land so Trump could turn it into a golf course. DISSENT. Here in the United States, people are free to voice their displeasure about Trump. He and his companies have been sued over 1,900 times, and he's been named in at least 169 lawsuits. Meanwhile, in North Korea, even saying Kim Jong-un's name with an attitude is enough to get you hauled off to a labor camp. Military. Kim Jong-un wasn't expected to succeed his father and was put in charge of the North Korean army without any military training. Needless to say, this is a pretty precarious situation. Trump attended military school, and even though he never served in the armed forces, he at least has more experience than Kim Jong-un. Although there are a lot of differences between Trump and Kim Jong-un, they also have a lot in common. Maybe one day they could sit down and discuss their obsessions with cheese and find common ground. Thanks for watching our video, and be sure to like and subscribe before you go. See you next time!